Okay guys, so in this session we have to discuss about some example which is based on fission and fusion process, fission, fusion and nuclear reactor all. Okay, so let us see the example. The example is from the textbook exercise, example number 13.16. So all of you note this example number 13.16. Let us write down the given data from the problem statement. Suppose we think a fission process of 26Fe56 nucleus into two equal fragments 13Al28. So we have this type of fission process is given to us. Fission process. First we have to write down the nuclear reaction as we write in earlier sessions. Okay, so 26Fe56 is just transform into the two fragments and both are equal 13Al28. So let's write 26Fe56 26Fe56 transform into two equal fragments. So it's transform into two equal fragments 13Al28 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 both are same, so 2 into 13Al28 Al. The fission is energetically possible, question mark. Our question is what? So here when this process is occur, some energy will be released, yes or no? Here in this process some energy is released. So the question is what? This process is energetically possible. As we discussed in a previous session, what is the meaning of energetically possible? If Q value is positive, then this process is energetically possible, otherwise not. So this energy is what? This energy is nothing, that is find the Q value of this process. If Q value is positive, then we can say that this process is energetically possible. If Q value is negative, then it is not possible energetically, as we discussed in a previous session, and we solved some of this example based on this based on the energetically possible or not. Some masses are given to us. Let us write down mass of Fe. Mass of Fe is equal to 55.93494 AMU, and the second mass is also given. Mass of Al is equal to 27.98191 AMU. So these are the masses given to us. So let's we find the Q value for this one. Okay, our question is what? Our question is actually this one. This process is energetically possible, yes or no? We gives this answer. Okay, this process is energetically possible, yes or no? Okay, possible, yes or no? We give this two answer. If you want to give the answer yes, then what is the requirement of this one? Q value must be greater than 0. If you want to give the answer no, then Q value must be less than. So find the Q value in this process, and finally from this one, if Q greater than 0, then you give the answer yes. If Q less than 0, you give the answer no. So what is the hint for the solution? Let's write down the hint for the solution. What is the Q value of any process? So Q value from this reaction, left hand side mass minus right hand side mass into 931.5 MeV. Why we are using this? Because here the masses are given in terms of AMU. So Q is equal to delta M into 931.5 MeV. So let's we put this value. What is delta M here? Left hand side mass minus right hand side mass. What is left hand side mass? Mass of Fe. So mass of Fe minus right hand side mass of Al. But how many times? 2 times, because 2 Al, this is the fragments. What is this? Fragments. And we already discussed about the fission process in the previous sessions. When the any radioactive element is going through the fission process, then the fragments are created. Okay, so this is the fragment. How many fragments we have? 2. So minus 2 into mass of Al multiplied by 931.5 MeV. So you have a mass of Fe, you have a mass of Al. Both this value put in this equation. If this answer is greater than 0, you just write the answer yes. If your answer is less than 0, you write the answer no. Or I'm just already write down the hint here. Actually, this is the hint for us. Okay. What is this? This is nothing. This is the hint for us. So all of you just calculate this example at your home. So calculation homework. Calculation is in homework. Okay. So all of you guys note this example in your books properly. Okay, let us come to the next example. So example number 13.17. Example number 13.17. Let us see the fission property of 94Pu239 are very similar to those of 92U235. Actually, when we discuss about the fission process of 92U235 theory session, then after we are just come to the nuclear reactor. So in nuclear reactor, actually the fissionable material is which one? This is not uranium, this is the plutonium. Okay, as we discuss in a nuclear reactor. Now let's come to this next sentence. The average energy released per fission is 180 MeV. So when the fission process occurs with the 94Pu239, let's consider, let's we write something here. So this is what? Pu, 94Pu238. 239. So when this element is going through the fission process, so it's converted into the fragments. So these are the any fragment. There is a number of type of possibilities are possible here. Okay, for the different fragments. So these two are what? That is just a fragments. And some energy release. How much energy release? 180 MeV. So when the fission process done with the Pu, then 180 MeV energy is released. As we discussed in a fission of uranium, there is a 200 MeV energy released. Here 180 MeV energy must be released. So this is what? Energy. So what we have to finding out, how much energy in MeV, how much energy in MeV is released if all the atoms in 1 kg. So what is mass? Mass is equal to 1 kg undergoes the fission. So we have to finding out how much energy is released when the 1 kg of Pu is undergoes the fission process. Okay, so mass is 1 kg. So let's we write the hint for this process, for this problem. Very simple. Actually, if one fission process occurs, 180 MeV energy release. If n fission process is undergoing with the for fission of Pu, then how much energy release? Simply we are using the thesis. Okay, so let's we write down the total energy release. So what is the total energy release? E is equal to n into one energy. What is this one energy? 180 MeV. Why I'm just write this type of equation? Because if one fission this much of energy, 180, then n fission what is the energy? So this equation is like this. Hint: if one fission 180 MeV energy, then n fission energy what? This is the hint. So energy is equal to 180 into n. So 180 into n, like this. Okay, but what is n actually? How many times of fission process is possible here? So 1 kg of mass is given. So let's we count the how many number of what we can say that how many number of atoms, or how many number of nucleus is present in a 1 kg. Because we have this, write down this n is what? Number of p nucleus, and this here it is given in terms of mass. So first we count the number of nuclei present into the 1 kg substance, or 1 kg pu. So we write this type, we solve this type of example in a previous session. We write this LU of n directly here like this. N is equal to what? M upon A into Na. Why I am just write this equation? We already derived in a previous examples. So if anyone have a doubt, then go through the previous example. Okay, into 180 MeV. So now number of nucleus is converted into mass. See, number of nucleus is converted into mass in terms of mass. So why? Because here the mass is given, and this one is in kg. Write down in gram. So 1000 gram. Put this value here. So finally we get some answer. What is this one? M is equal to 1000. A is equal to 239. What is Na? Na is Avogadro number. So 6.022 into 10 raised to 23, and to multiply by 180 ml. So this much of energy is released during this process by the fission of 1 kg pure uranium, like this. So remaining calculation is in homework. All of you guys must be convert this answer in terms of joule. This is also in homework. So first count this answer in terms of MeV, and also all of you guys convert this answer in terms of joule. So this both calculation is in homework. This both calculation is in homework. Clear to all of you? First you count this value, you just calculate this value in terms of MeV, then after you convert this value in terms of joule. Okay, and how you write this? I am giving a hint for this one. What is n? Number of nucleus. So in a 1A, how many nucleus you have? Na. So in a M, what is this n? Like this. N is equal to what? Okay, so this value is just find by this one. Write down this hint on the margin of a page, then after I am just erase it. If you have a 1 atomic mass, how many number of nucleus? Na. Then in M mass, number of nucleus n is equal to Na into M, Na into M upon A. Okay, so this is the hint. But if you go through the previous examples, this one, and all of you guys must be remember this equation also, must be remembered, because quite helpful equation. N is equal to this one. Okay, now calculate this answer in the MeV as well as joule. Note down this example in your books. Okay, let's come to this next example from the textbook. Example number 13.18. Example number 13.18. What is the problem statement? So 100 megawatt fission reactor is consumed half of its fuel in 5 years. So underline this one, half of its fuel. Suppose you have some fuel means here what? In any fission reactor, that is the uranium is a fuel. Okay, so 100 megawatt, its power is how much? So power is equal, 1000 megawatt. 1000 megawatt, it means 1000 mega means 10 raised to 6. Mega means what? 10 raised to 6. So we write down that's 10 raised to 6 into 10 raised to 3. 1000 means 10 raised to 3. So total 10 raised to 9. Watt means what? Joule per second. Means this reactor, whatever the given to us, this fission reactor produces the 10 raised to 9 joule energy per second. What is the meaning of this power? So it's mean this reactor produces the 10 raised to 9 joule energy per second. In a 1 second, 10 raised to 9 joule of energy is produced by this reactor. So this is the meaning of this. Okay, now let's come to this next one. And in a 5 years, so how much time? So time is equal to 5 years. Half of its fuel is used. Half of its fuel is used. Underline this one, half fuel is used. Suppose you consider that is a reactor. You consider this is what? Reactor. In which suppose the total M mass is initially present. So M initial is equal to M. Suppose consider M initial is equal to what? M. M mass is we are just feed M kg mass into the reactor. So in a 5 year, half mass is used. So after T is equal to 5 year, after T is equal to 5 year, how much mass use? So mu is equal to what? M by 2. Half of mass is used. Okay, so if M initial you are feed M kg uranium into the reactor, M kg uranium into the reactor, then how much mass is used in a 5 years? So M by 2 kg mass is used in a 5 years. This is the meaning of this. Okay, so must be underline this one. How much 92 U-235 did it contain initially? So how much mass initially present? So we have to finding out from this example M is equal to what? In this example what we want actually? We want M is equal to, why? Because it is M initial. So M initial is, we consider it is M. So M initial is equal to M is equal to what? We have to finding out this value, and this mass is given for us. It is 92 U-235. What is this? This is 92 U-235. It is given to us. Okay, so this fuel is uranium-235. Assume that the reactor operates 80% of the time. Underline this one, 80% of the time. What is the meaning of 80% of the time? So 80% means out of 5 years, 80% time this plant is running, and the remaining time this plant is shut down for whatever the reason. This plant is shut down for the 20% of time. So what is useful time? So useful time is 80% only. Useful time is what? 80%. Let's write this value here. All of you must be write this value. Let's see. So useful time is what? 80% of T. So T useful is equal to 80% of T. So that is what? 80 upon 100 multiplied by 5 years. So 5 years. What is remaining? So 5 4 is a, sorry, 520 is a 5 20 into 5 100, and 20 into 4. So that answer is what? 4 years. So useful time is only 4 years. Out of the 5 years, this plant does not produce the energy for the 5 years. Plant is produce the energy only 4 years. Remaining 1 year, remaining 20% time, this plant is in shutdown case. Shutdown case means what? It is a stop. That's not working. Okay, and this all this energy is generated arise from the fission. Underline this one. All the energy is arise from the fission of 92 U-235. Underline this one. Means whatever the energy produced in the plant, whatever the energy produced in the plant, this energy comes from a fission of this one, fission of U-235, and this nuclide is consumed only by the fission process. So we have to write the answer. We have to find the answer of M. We have to find the answer of M in this case. So this is some given data which is given to us. Write down the given data. Given data. So how much mass is used? So whatever the energy produced for 5 year or 4 year, this energy is produced for a 5 year or for 4 year. This, so we can say that useful time is 4 years. So this energy is produced in only 4 years, not for 5 years. 1 year this plant is stopped, plant does not working. So let's we write some hint. So actually how much energy is produced in a 4 year? Let's we find this one. So energy produced in a 4 year. Why 4 year? Why 4 year? Because this plant is working only for 4 year, not for 5 year. It is given, it is total time. Out of this total time, then maybe there is some issue in a plant and it is a stop working for 1 year. Okay, so energy produced in a 4 years. So let's write down E is equal to how much produced in a 1 second? 10 raised to 9 joule. How much produced in a 1 second? 10 raised to 9. So power into time. Power into time. We already know power is equal to energy upon time. So energy is equal to power into time. Okay, and this equation is written from here. In a 1 second, in a 1 second, P joule energy is produced, or 10 raised to 9 joule energy is produced. 10 raised to 9 joule. In a 1 second, 10 raised to 9 joule energy produced. Then in a t time, in a tu second, how much energy? But here t is given in terms of here. So all of you guys must be convert this value in terms of second. Why? This is in second. This is in second. So must be convert this value in a second. So what is the final answer of E? So E is equal to 10 raised to 9 into 4. 10 raised to 9 into 4, but it is in terms of year, must be converted in seconds. So how many days in a 1 year? 365. So 365 days. How many are in a 1 day? 24 hours. So multiply by 24 hours. How many second in a 1 hour? So that is a 3600. So this much of energy is produced. Calculate this value by yourself. Homework. Okay, this much of energy is produced in a 4 year. This much of, in terms of joule, must be count this value in a joule. Okay, clear to all of you? E is equal to 10 raised to 9 into 4 into 365 into 24 into 3600 joule. Means I am just convert this value, this year, in terms of second. Why? Because it is given in a second. Okay, so but it is total energy. What we have to finding out? Mass. How we get this answer? So first we just want how many times this fission process occurs. Okay, to produce this much of energy. If you consider the fission of uranium, so as we discussed in a theory session, how much energy will be released? So 200 MeV energy is released. So by the one fission, all of you must be note, by one fission of uranium 235, 200 how much? 200 MeV energy will be released. After one fission of uranium, how much energy released? 200 MeV energy is released. How much? 200 MeV energy is released. Okay, but we have to produce this much of energy. We have to produce this much of energy. So by one fission, how much energy released? 200 MeV. We want this energy. Then how many fission is required? So we get the answer of N. We get the answer of N. So let's write this one. Hint here. So by means if you want 200 MeV energy, if you want 200 MeV energy, then how many fission is required? one fission is required, but what we have to produce this much of. If E joule energy is produced, then number of fission is how much? Number of fission is equal to what? So let's we find, write this value here. Number of fission, number of nuclei required. So N is equal to, from this, E into 1 upon 200. So E joule upon 200 MeV. Now this answer is in terms of joule, this answer is in terms of MeV. Must be convert this any one of this unit, must be convert this any one of this unit, so you get the answer of N. Okay, so remaining task is in homework. Write down again, you must be convert this value joule into MeV, but the easy task is what? Convert the MeV into joule, convert this MeV into joule. Okay, so E is, we already get the answer of E here, see this one. So all of you guys put this value into this equation here, okay, and convert this 200 MeV in terms of joule. As we know, 1 joule is 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. Okay, and mega is equal to 10 raised to 6. Mega is equal to what? 10 raised to 6. 1 eV is equal to what? 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. So put this value here and finally find this answer. Whatever you get, find this answer. Now, but we want M and we get here N. So how we convert this N into M? See, whatever this N, it is used. It is used, it is not initially. We find the mass, this reactor contain the mass initially. Okay, but this is what? Used nuclei. So number of nuclei required to produce this much of power, to produce this much of energy. Okay, required to produce E joule energy, to produce E joule energy. So that is used, it is what? Used. So write down this this value of N in terms of mass use. Write down this value in terms of mass use. So number of nuclei is given like this also, as we discussed in a previous example. Number of nucleus, N is equal to what? M upon A into Na. Now I am not giving any reason how we write it. Okay, I hope now you must be now you remember this equation. Okay, but what is this M? This N is a required, means already used, but we find this initially. This M is equal to what? M used, not M. So there must be right here M use. Why? Because this is already used in a fission. This N is equal to what? Number of nuclei used in a fission process, and this M is used is what? Mass is used. Actually mass is used in a 5 year. In a 5 year, actually mass is used. Then M is not used actually. Only half mass is used. It is especially given in our problem statement. So must be underline this statement. Half mass is used. So I am writing this M use. Clear to all of you? But we want M. What we want? We want M. So convert this M use in terms of M. So M use is what? M by 2. So put this value. So N is equal to M by 2 into A into Na. Find the M from this equation. So M is equal to N into 2A upon Na. Ready? So this is our answer. See, N, all of you guys find here, must be put this value, you get the answer of N. A is equal to 235. A is equal to what? 235. Na 6.022 into 10 raised to 3. So all this value put here, finally you get the answer of M. So remaining calculation is in homework. So remaining calculation is in homework. Okay, and another thing, all of you guys see the answer from the textbook. If the answer is given in terms of kg, then you write the answer in kg. If the answer is given in terms of gram, then you write the answer in terms of gram, and you find from here. If you want a gram, then you just write 235. If you want this answer in terms of kg, write 235 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, maybe I don't know in which terms answer is given in our textbook. So all of you just find the answer, then after compare your answer with the textbook. If it is in gram, just convert this value in a gram. If it is in kg, then 235 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, all of you guys note this example properly in your books with the calculation. Okay, with the calculation. Note down this one.